Before we get into our final topic of conversation on tonight's show, got to remind you of TDAwear.com. That is TDAwear.com. So people, check this out here. For those of you that are still excited, you're still overjoyed by the Crimson Tide winning the national championship, still overjoyed by that. So check out our championship collection merch right now. Grab you an 18 of them things, folks, t-shirt, hoodie, or sweatshirt, as well as our Got 18 shirts. We do. Designs on the shirts, which feature all 18 championship years on the back of the shirts. Be sure to head over to TDAwear.com, go to TDAwear.com, and go to the Championship Collection tab and get you that merch today. Those championship shirts, the Got 18, we do, and the 18 of them thing, folks, t-shirts. Check those two out right now. Gotta shout out the man Spencer Reveley one time for that $5 donation into the Super Chats, throwing that love into the TDA hat. Appreciating all of you, the fans, for your passion, for your support, for your love, for just really sharing your enthusiasm in terms of the donations here, putting that love there in the TDA hat. But we now get into the final topic of conversation, that being one, Christian Harris. He is ready to secure the bag. He is ready to seize the bag. He's coming up on his money year. The upcoming fall will be the money year for Christian Harris, as the young man from Baton Rouge, Louisiana, will be in his junior year for the Crimson Tide. And after Dylan Moses didn't secure the bag the way we thought he would, he's still going to get drafted, but he didn't secure the bag like we thought he would be able to. Christian Harris is looking to get that back. He's looking to get that back in terms of Alabama linebackers, inside linebackers, that by their junior year, they are headhunters, they are intentional, they are instinctive in wanting to make sure they secure that big first-round draft stock. And one thing that one reason why I feel like Christian Harris is going to do this is he's coming into this campaign with a lot of motivation. Keep in mind here, Christian Harris as a freshman, he had a big freshman season. He had, 63 tackles, put up a bunch of big numbers there on the board as a freshman. And then last year, he took a huge step forward, took a huge jump there as an inside linebacker. This past season, we're looking at a guy that total on the year, 79 tackles, as I mentioned before, 7 tackles for loss, 4.5 sacks, 2 pass breakups, 6 quarterback hurries, 1 interception, and Harris was left off the All-SEC team list, was snubbed from the All-SEC team. He did a lot of work. He put in a lot of work. He put in a lot of production only for his name to be left off, only for him to be snubbed, only for him to not get mentioned. So a guy like that coming from Louisiana, they don't forget those things. They don't forget those moments. They hold those moments to heart because it is motivation for him to come back even harder in this coming campaign here in the fall. Through 2 years at Alabama, Harris, 142 total tackles, 14.5 tackles for loss. So you see, he gets in that backfield. He knifes his way in the backfield. He knocks the running back on his tail. He sacks the quarterback. So 14.5 tackles for loss, creating those negative plays. 4.5 sacks for Harris. 3 pass breakups, 11 quarterback hurries. He harasses the passing game. 1 forced fumble, 1 fumble recovery, 1 interception. This is in 26 career games here for the Crimson Tide for one Christian Harris. And in discussing some guys that Harris is about to be in a long lineage of, there are linebackers that have come through the capstone. There are linebackers who have come through the Alabama football program that when it got time for that junior year, they meant business. They were ready. They seized the moment. 2009, Rolando McClain seized the moment. All-American, first team All-SEC, a guy that he knew junior year, 2009, got to get the bag. He got it, became a first-round pick, helped his team win a national championship first national championship of a Saban era. When you look at Donta Hightower 2 years later in 2011, he knew what time it was. He led a defense that he anchored a defense that led major college football in all 5 categories in discussing scoring defense, total defense, run defense, pass defense, and pass efficiency defense. Donta Hightower knew how important that junior year was, 2012. He got drafted high in that venue to the New England Patriots. And then, a year later, or a couple of years later, here comes C.J. Mosley. C.J. Mosley's junior year secured the bag, even as a smaller linebacker, hit the sideline with his quickness, fit the gaps, dropped back in coverage, played the passing lane, played the coverage area. He knew how big his junior year was, 2012. He was a back-to-back consensus All-American 2012 and 2013, SEC Defensive Player of the Year, a guy that won the Butkus Award in 2013. Oh, and also, let's not forget this, back-to-back years, led the team in tackles, 2012 and 2013. But that junior year, 2012, even though he came back for a senior year, that junior year, he was big time. He secured that bag. So that was C.J. Mosley. And then you look at the likes of a Reuben Foster. 2016, Reuben Foster, he won the Butkus Award, but that junior year, 2015, he had a big year, big moment there, over 70 tackles. He was a heat-seeking missile, blew plays up in the backfield, a big reason behind Alabama winning the College Football Playoff National Championship in the 2015 season. That was one. Reuben Foster. And then last but not least, Rashaan Evans secured that bag. 2017 was his final year, but 2016, he was big that season at the weak side linebacker position. And then 2017, as he moved into that middle Mike linebacker role, anchored that spot as well. But those are just a few guys that when that junior year hit, and even though a couple of these guys returned for their senior years, but when that junior year hit, these guys knew it's time to dance. It's time to get down with the get down. It's time to be an impactful player for the Crimson Tide. This is a big year. I got to secure my value, my draft status in the minds of these scouts, of these talent evaluators, of these general managers, these owners, these teams, when you look at the NFL. And now, here's the moment for one Christian Harris in this lineage of guys. He's ready to let his name, let his worth be known across the landscape. Looking forward to seeing what Harris does this upcoming season. But, as always, people, you want the best in news, notes, information, and coverage on your Crimson Tide. Very easy to access this. You can get this by downloading the Touchdown Alabama Magazine app for your iPhone from the iPhone App Store. If you're rocking Team Apple, Google Play Store. If you got the Android phone. For your audio listening needs, we got you right here. iTunes or Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Stitcher, Spreaker, TuneIn Radio, Overcast.fm, iHeartRadio. We got you covered. If the good and gracious Lord sees fit, I'll be back on Wednesday, continuing the conversation that is Tide football. Got to shout out the pimp of the Blue Ridge Gang. One time, Senator Hines dropping in that $2 donation in the Super Chats. Appreciate that love there coming from Senator. As always, you can purchase individual copies of Touchdown Alabama Magazine. Have those sent to your door. That link will be found in the description. Also, people, the print magazine, print edition of Touchdown Alabama Magazine coming soon. And you can get that print edition for free by going to touchdownalabama.com. Click join, become a subscriber, become a member to the site today. touchdownalabama.com. That link will be in the description as well. Also, copy that 4-finger bling necklace, 4-finger bling jewelry, courtesy of WeOwnTheFourthQuarter.com. That link is in the description also. But until next time, folks, husbands love your wives. Wives appreciate, value those husbands. Children continue doing the right thing, the smart thing, the legitimate thing, to not be bored. Get you those 3 hearty meals a day, those 3 laughs a day. Protect yourself. Protect the loved ones around you. Until next time, folks, spend in my own words. Thank you for watching Touchdown Alabama Magazine's YouTube channel. To continue to get the best in Alabama football content, subscribe here and turn on your notifications to stay connected with the hottest shows covering your Crimson Tide.